local Publix grocery stores failed state inspections here. Well, the day after my story aired, the state took all inspections offline. In a special Dirty Dining I-Team investigation, we confront the man in charge of that decision and look at how Publix health inspections are faring now. Recent inspection reports. In a special Dirty Dining I-Team investigation, we're uncovering inspections now online don't indicate if a violation is serious.
Every mission begins with terrain. It dictates your movement, your exposure, your survival. Publix uses the same principle. From the moment you cross the threshold, the battlefield is set. White aisles slow your pace. Lighting pushes your attention to select zones. Essential supplies like milk and eggs are positioned deep behind enemy lines, forcing you through ambush points of high-margin goods. You think you're on a supply run, but what you're walking into is a carefully engineered maneuver. The real question: how many operations have you already lost without realizing it? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. It looks like a grocery run, but it's a battlefield built to control your every move. From the moment you step across that threshold, you're already under the influence of terrain designed to dictate your path. Publix is not just a grocery store. It's a tactical environment where every shelf, every aroma.
Local Publix grocery stores failed state inspections here. Well, the day after my story aired, the state took all inspections offline. Putnam says university professors, industry reps, and food safety experts are all giving their opinions on what grading system will work, saying they were changing their inspection process and no longer issuing any pass-fail grades.
Every light source is positioned with intent. On the surface, it feels open, friendly, ordinary. But underneath, it works like a battle map where your choices are neither random nor free. You might believe you navigate by instinct, drifting up and down the aisles, selecting what you need, pausing when you want. The truth is more direct. Your movements are shaped long before you enter. The design of the space channels you into lanes, funnels your attention, and delays your resistance. You think you navigate at will, but the terrain is already set, and the battle is well underway before you even recognize where you stand.
In a special Dirty Dining I-Team investigation, we confront the man in charge of that decision and look at how Publix health inspections are faring now.
So their contributions to your PAC and your campaigns over the years have not influenced your decision-making on this?
Of course not.
They failed their inspections with the state.
That's terrible. You got to buy food for your family and everything, sure.
Take the wide aisles, for example. They look like comfort. Plenty of space, room for carts, open vision left and right. But functionally, they work like open ground in a battlefield. Slow to cross, nowhere to hide. You're exposed, and that exposure is exploited. Each end cap at the flank is loaded with displays, bright colors, stacked product formations meant to break your attention and draw you off course. That is not random architecture.
I think that we need to have a grading scale that is more reflective of the conditions in that store. Qualified, nationally renowned food safety standards ought not be mislabeled based on minor infractions.
Recent inspection reports. In a special Dirty Dining I-Team investigation, we're uncovering inspections now online don't indicate if a violation is serious.
It's deliberate suppression of forward momentum, making you vulnerable to quick-fire temptations on all sides. Meanwhile, the scent of fried chicken and freshly baked bread rolls through the air like a shock weapon. You may not even register it as you walk in, yet it bypasses your rational defenses. Smell is the fastest trigger to hunger, and hunger dismantles any discipline in supply gathering. When your stomach is already signaling, act now, your brain has less control. You make decisions faster, distracted by smells that hit with the same force as a flashbang, disorienting your resolve. Then the essentials: milk, eggs, bread. The basic rations of your household, always staged deep in the rear. They could be front and center, but they're not. To reach them, you must cross corridors lined with high-margin goods. Snacks, drinks, bakery extras. Every foot of movement becomes an ambush zone, where you're invited, even encouraged.
I believe that the pass-fail system is unclear, because if it's a failure, Why is it still open?
Putnam says that industry leader he speaks about is Publix, but Publix violations were not minor infractions under that pass-fail system. Adam Putnam is Florida's Department of Agriculture commissioner and made the decision to pull the grades.
To load more onto your cart before getting your non-negotiables. There is no clean retreat. You march through, and every step risks another impulse strike. Look closer at the ground under your feet. The floor doesn't stay the same. Tile patterns change. Sometimes polished, sometimes matte, sometimes darker. Lighting overhead shifts intensity from section to section. This is not cosmetic. Those changes are choke points, altering rhythm and altering mood. When the floor pattern breaks, your mind pauses, your pace halts, your field of awareness resets. In that pause, they redirect you toward strategically placed displays, new products, or seasonal aisles.
Inspection or discipline is required, with no grades given anymore. But Putnam says the new system will be better.
And that's why the pass-fail system is a failure, so that the consumers are aware and can make their shopping decisions accordingly.
The battlefield claims even more of your focus. And then comes the checkout line. It might look like the mission is done, but it's the final gauntlet. Stalls on either side stacked with candy bars, gum, glossy magazines. These are not background scenery. They're booby traps set for the moment your guard is lowest. You're tired, you're just waiting, you believe the fight is over. That's when the ambush is most effective, coaxing last-second grabs, items you didn't plan for, but add to the total anyway. Step back and recognize the pattern. From doorways to aisles, from smells to sights, from ground tiles to checkout, Publix is not a neutral retail ground. It is a controlled battle space. Every move you make is monitored by design, every hesitation manipulated, every distraction planted. The illusion of freedom is part of the strategy. You may believe you win by completing your list, but at each stage the store dictates the terms of engagement. But battlefield shaping is only one element at play. The far more powerful weapon doesn't assault your senses in the moment. It works slower, creeping deeper, making sure you return again and again. The weapon is trust. Carefully cultivated, disciplined, and deployed to ensure your loyalty is as strong as your need. Publix isn't just selling food. It runs sustained operations in behavioral control. Every aisle, every smell, every shift of light sets conditions for choices you never planned to make. Each visit is another engagement you enter unarmed, where the battlefield masks itself as routine shopping. The next time you step inside, see it for what it is, a contested zone. Recognize the tactics, map the terrain, prepare your movement like a soldier crossing open ground. Choose with intent, not reaction. Subscribe and join a community that trains to see unseen strategies, at home, abroad, and in every fight for your decisions.